Pawan Verma, keep it short.
I want to ask a question and I will take 30 seconds. 30 seconds only. I want to make a comment. Secularism could be a dirty word in today's political milieu. But respect for all faiths is not an option, it's a compulsion in India. Why are the BJP spokesmen so amused and laughing about the fact that somebody makes a plea for respect for all faiths?
Only because of the person making it. Pawan, only because of the person making it. One second, Pawan. I was amused by the person who made it.
Lose sense of sanity.
Correct. The person, I was amused by the person.
I agree with you.
I was amused by the person who was making it.
I agree with you, and I want to ask Mr. Surjewala, Sunil, let me just finish, I'll take 5 seconds more. Any party which tries to vitiate the atmosphere on the basis of religion is hitting out at the freedom and dignity of every citizen of this country. And I want to ask, the BJP has no reason to be amused. I want to ask Mr. Surjewala, why do you go to the Shahi Imam?
Why? Oh yes.
Why do you say secularism requires the support of only one community?
Well, Vajpayee also met Bukhari.
Again, we find it very amusing. Somebody...
No, Vajpayee also met Bukhari.
I find somebody very amused at any sane debate.
No, don't.
No citizen in this country can be safe. This is
Subramaniam Swami is responding to that. One second, I placed on...
social harmony.
I placed...
I think the question, Arnab, is put to me. So let me answer that. I think Pawanji asked a question from me, so let me answer that. With due regards, Pawanji, it is... open for any citizen in this country to come and meet Mrs. Sonia Gandhi as
please, we're not meeting for coffee. Come on now.
What did she say?
Come and meet her.
It was a pure political, 100% pure political meeting.
Is he not a citizen of this country?
Oh yes.
When Shahi Imam goes and meets Prime Minister, the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, then it is all right. But if any delegation, any representative delegation or people comes and meets Congress President, it is sacrilege.
Okay, what's a counter?
All shades. Sadhu, sons, Mahatmas.
No, I have Mr. Surjewala.
They all come and meet.
One second, Mr. Surjewala. When Mr. Vajpayee,
Congress President never appealed for votes
Mr. Surjewala,
either to Shahi Imam or to anyone else.
It was clearly said when Mr. Vajpayee went to meet, the Imam, he didn't ask for get the Muslims to vote for me. Sonia Gandhi said you must not split secular vote.
Fine.
It was her quote.
Subramaniam Swami.
Please, there's a big difference.
Surjewala, and by the way, yes, Vajpayee did meet Bukhari.
Yes,
Vajpayee did meet Bukhari. Subramaniam Swami responds to Mr. Surjewala.
Well, Mr. Surjewala sounds like a tape recorder.
Very interesting tweet. Can I read?
Well, you are even worse than that, sir. Let me tell you. You sound like a broken record.
You sound like a tape recorder or like a car without brakes hurtling down the hill. So let me say that when they try to unite the Muslims, they call it secularism.
All the fuel, sir.
And anybody who wants to make the Hindus rise above casteism and unite, they say it is communalism. Now we know their mentality.
Okay. Why you were terminated by the Harvard University?
That is the problem. The day the Hindus unite, all this appeasement
I'm taking a break. Should we come back?
No value.
Sir, was this the language on account of which you were sacked?
1 minute.
By the Harvard University.
1 minute. Before it goes from amusing to offensive. Before it goes from amusing to offensive, I'm taking a break and
fake going to the University of Cambridge.
1 second.
Tell lies in my affidavit.
I take a break. We will have to extend this. So the debate continues. We're taking a break. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll continue the debate. Randeep Surjewala takes on Subramaniam Swami. Says, is this the language for which you were removed from Harvard University? I didn't hear Subramaniam Swami's response, but I will on the other side of the break. On the other side of the break. We'll keep this just very sharp 5 minutes. Question here goes. Surjewala had to leave. By the way, what was that going on? Somebody says you're a broken record. Somebody says you're a tape recorder. You're a car hurtling down without brakes. That's fantastic. Wonderful analogies. But you're not happy with that, Pawan Verma. I thought that was in the natural flow of television debates before an election.
No. I'll tell you why, Arnab. I'll take 30 seconds. I'll take 30 seconds only. I'll tell you why I'm not happy. Because the manner in which these debates often get personalized they do not allow you to discuss the substance of the issue. And I just want to say on the substance, there is no greater danger to the glory of Hinduism than rabid fundamentalist Hindus. And there is no greater danger to the glory of Islam than rabid fundamentalist Muslims.
No, why do you laugh?
I'm very sorry to say.
No, why do you laugh, Subramaniam Swami? Why do you laugh at that?
I'm laughing because this is such a platitude that it is such a platitude that is not worth repeating. Of course it is. Who wants fundamentalism? Anyway, no Hindu can be fundamentalist.
Sir, 1 second. Arnab,
platitude.
To rescue this debate again from the likes of Mr. Subramaniam Swami, to come back to the point, I think the BJP is providing, under its current avatar, notwithstanding Mr. Swami's incessant and irrelevant laughter, far too much space to people of this hue, and in a manner that would have shocked their own Bhishma Pitama, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And I must say the Congress, instead of fighting this danger, is taking the softer options of aligning with often fundamentalist and inconsequential imams from the Muslim world, which is not good either. Please, Arnab, use your debates to focus on sanity in this country. We do
I have only one question to
fundamentalist French.
Well, I have only one question to ask to the BJP, and I want to know from the BJP, when it is reported that someone from the RSS reportedly circulate a magazine titled Muzaffarnagar Danga, seemingly defending the two youth who killed a Muslim youth on August 30th for harassing their sister, which was the trigger for the riots. And I don't know what was written. I don't want to repeat what's written in that magazine. But that magazine, makes an attempt at polarizing the situation. No, 1 minute. I will not read it. Makes an attempt at polarizing.
Which magazine?
What?
Which magazine?
Which magazine?
A magazine titled Muzaffarnagar Danga.
That is not a RSS daily.
Well, just a minute, please. The magazine published, you find out who it is published to and what their affiliations are. I make up nothing. A widely reported fact. The fact is this: why hasn't the BJP spoken out on this? Today, Meenakshi Lekhi says how many riots have taken place in Congress-ruled state. But what causes riots? Meenakshi Lekhi. The UP government banned a VHP yatra in Ayodhya to Ayodhya in August. 1 minute, I'll take 10 more seconds. I'll take 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. The BJP claimed the yatra was a fundamental right. Right? But it happens in a state which has witnessed 34 incidents of communal violence before August that year. So, when you speak of what the statistics, why don't you ask yourself what leads to the statistics? And then you ask yourself also. And with this example, I'll close. And I hope I get an effective counter to this and to what Pawan Verma says. Because I know...
There has not been a single riot in Gujarat.
Yogi, I am talking about Uttar Pradesh. Yogi Adityanath, I am talking about Uttar Pradesh.
So there stands the comparison.
I am talking about Uttar Pradesh. Okay, I am talking about Uttar Pradesh. Because
why no riots in Gujarat?
Goswami,
but can I give one more point? One more point, and I want factual replies. What did Yogi Adityanath say during the rally in Balrampur in Uttar Pradesh? Muslims consider terrorists their protectors. Hindus must unite and remain alert of Muslims wherever they live and confront them if the situation demands. Is that Bhartiyata? Is that Hindustaniyat? Which tenet of Hindutva, Meenakshi Lekhi or Subramaniam Swami, allows that kind of language to be used? Tell me a tenet of Hindutva
I don't know.
which allows that language to be used.
You want an answer?
No, any of you can answer, but Meenakshi Lekhi can go first because that was
killed incessantly and no law and order to prevail in any part of the country. Now, where are Hindus now confined? If we touch the history, we'll be touching a very, very...
No. I'm saying all of these cases which were blatant. No, all of these cases...
I have to go back to 1947. You
answer my cases.
I'm giving you an answer.
Answer the cases I told you. Yogi Adityanath.
I will answer Yogi Adityanath cannot be looked into isolation.
No.
At the history from
you're avoiding that.
And prior to that, you must look at the confrontation.
Pawan Verma says he can't believe your response.
Hindus have been treated.
Pawan Verma says he can't believe your response.
No, you have to. Now you better listen to me. Now, Mr. Verma has to answer me factually. 1947. This part of the country got about 9 to 12% of Muslim population. Today it is about 18%.
No, so
Pakistan got about
what are you suggesting?
Of Hindu population.
What are you suggesting?
1%.
What are you suggesting?
Bangladesh got 38 point some odd percent till 72. Today it is less than 7.2%. Now this is how the world works.
Are you actually saying that? Are you raising India's population statistics to now target
what secularism is?
Are you
how
using
has
India's
Kashmir been formed? Where secular word is not even part of constitution.
You are not happy with the
Congress party has been in power from beginning till now.
No, 1 second. Meenakshi Lekhi.
PDP, whether it's
Meenakshi Lekhi, you are even suggesting. You want to. So, Meenakshi Lekhi, what do you want? Do you want a situation where you say? Do you want a situation where you say Muslims can only be allowed to have this kind of percentage in the population? There should be a demographic cap on the number of Muslims in our country. Can you have a demographic
cap?
Not
on rhetoric.
Can you have a demographic cap
without Hindus? Do you want an India without Hindus?
Can you have a demographic cap?
Everybody has to
I don't understand your argument.
It cannot be the responsibility of one side.
No.
It has to be both.
I'm sorry, Meenakshi Lekhi, but you cannot have.
And it is where law and order situation breaks. Right happens.
You cannot have a demographic cap on. You cannot have. Please speak within the tenets of the Indian Constitution. Please speak again within the tenets of Indian Constitution.
Can I just
please? No. Please. This is dangerous argument.
Can I just
just 1 minute? Pawan Verma wants to respond.
Will rights happen or not?
I place on record just 2 things. I asked a question on Yogi Adityanath, unanswered. I asked a question on the magazine titled Muzaffarnagar Danga, unanswered. However, a question raised about the demography of India and how Muslims are now 18% of the population. I don't see any way in which in a democratic, secular country, you can have a demographic cap. I think Pawan Verma wants to respond. You cannot have, no, 1 second. You cannot say that there's going to be a demographic cap, only these many percentage of people in a country are allowed to be Muslims. Then tomorrow you will say only these percentage of people are allowed to be Parsis or Sikhs.
No.
You cannot do that.
You cannot do it. I agree.
That's a very strange and divisive argument. Pawan Verma wants to respond to Meenakshi Lekhi, please. I'm closing the debate in 2 minutes, but not without a counter.
No, Arnab, I just want to say that in 1947, the population of India itself was around 350 million. Today it's 1.2 billion. All communities and people of all races have grown. There is a particularly dangerous propaganda machine in the BJP which plays on the non-existent fear of Hindus that we are going to be swarmed by the other community. It is a canard to spread hatred. Hindus and Muslims have lived together for centuries and millennia in peace. Please don't break this very, very strong accord by this
can I just end?
Propaganda.
Yeah.
Please, don't do this to this country.
Pawan, can I?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Who's doing this to this country? The ones who are breaking the law and order situation, or the ones who are protecting the law and order
being
situation?
party to this.
No, I think Mr. Pawan Verma should look at the record of his own government.
How can you have a How can you have a demographic cap on members of one religion? You cannot have it. You cannot have it. You cannot say there has to be a demographic cap on people from one religion. That's just not acceptable. It's unconstitutional, undemocratic.
I agree.
It cannot be allowed. Meenakshi Lekhi, would you like to revise what you just said? Because it's a very dangerous track that you're on.
What?
No, you say Muslims were 5% during partition. Now they are 18%. I mean, how can you even suggest?
No, I didn't say 5%. No, I am saying, I am countering your question. You are labeling Hindus as communal. That is my counter. If Hindus were communal, this population growth would have happened. That is my counter.
Nobody is labeling Hindus as communal. We are labeling your politics as communal.
You are. That is my counter. My counter is to the fact that in 47, if Hindus are communal, the way you are trying to label them, this would not have happened. And if Pakistan is showing the reverse figure, or Bangladesh is showing the reverse figure, then they are communal.
Sonia's TV attack, that debate will continue later tomorrow. 1 second. 1 minute. I'm moving to the next debate in a minute. I'd only like to repeat this once again. You cannot have a cap, a demographic cap on members of any religion. Now, Sonia Gandhi has launched a 3-minute TV attack.
Demographic cap.
No, I just want to end that we should talk about growth. We should talk about the manifestos and not talk about this divisive
But at the same time, but at the same time, the Congress cannot expect. No, 1 minute. But at the same time, the Congress cannot expect that people will not talk about price rise, that people will not talk about scams, that people will not talk about corruption, and that you'll be able to shield all these issues by simply talking about Bhartiyata. That cannot be allowed either. Subramaniam Swamy, Meenakshi Lekhi, Pawan Verma and Sunil Alagh, who provided covering fire. Thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.